There's a Thog Dad bullet header coming up. Bang! Make sure that doesn't go in.
But I'll make sure it does. Hey guys, Thogden here. Welcome back to a new video. Today, we're going to be going through every single Premier League club and picking their biggest disappointment. A player who hasn't shown up to their ability, their price tag, what they paid for him. Let us know in the comments who did we miss and who should we have picked. But before we do have a cheeky sponsor. Now, Thog Dad, you look very happy.
I tell you, this morning I had the best shave of my life.
Yeah.
Because I tell you what, for the last 30 years, I've either been using really poor razors that just destroy your skin, yeah? Or really expensive ones that you feel ripped off. And so this Harry's is absolutely, genuinely amazing. We make a point on this channel. We will not promote anything unless we use it and unless we like it.
And I actually used this last night. You've got 5 blades on here. It's made in Germany, so it's not a rip-off from China. It was actually really good and a really clean shave. And I know if you guys have been commenting, I haven't shaved in a while, so I have now. I stuck some of this on as well, a bit of this shave gel. It smells beautiful and it gives a lovely smooth feeling after you finish as well. I think it's great. Can I ask you something, Dad?
Yeah.
How much is it for all this trial pack here? Where it comes with a booklet, get a little bag with it. How much is it?
£3.95.
You serious?
Yeah, absolutely. 1% of all the sales of this product are going to mental health non-profit organisations.
Top of the range stuff for a reasonable price. It'll be the first link in description. Go click the link, buy it, trustworthy.
Yeah.
Thog Dad, Thogden approved. We're going to start with Arsenal. Who have you gone with?
It has to be Mesut Ozil, who was signed 7 years ago for 42 million.
Ooh.
And he's still costing an absolute fortune. Now he's 31 years old.
And here's where I disagree. I do not agree with you, Dad. I believe Ozil still has the ability to go onto the football pitch and do crazy stuff.
He's not performing anymore there.
He does. When he gets the chance, he performs. Most of his recent career has been playing under Unai Emery, and for some reason, he kept benching him. He still does have the ability. I think the disappointment is Shkodran Mustafi, the man they paid 37 million for. That's right. That was his price tag. I disagree, but that's where you guys come in the comments. Let's move on to Aston Villa. Who have you gone for?
Well, I've gone for Wesley.
Oh,
now he cost, what, 22 million from Club Brugge, and he's just failed. He's just disappointed. I think he's got 5 goals all season. He went, 12 goals without scoring, and fans are telling me the attitude was wrong.
Well, I do actually agree with you. I do have Wesley written down. I mean, they've just gone and signed a new striker in January, Samatta, so they've had to go pay more money for another striker. It's clear Wesley didn't fit the...
Moving on to Bournemouth, I've gone with Dominic Solanke.
I agree.
22 years old, he cost 19 million from Liverpool. He's got an England cap. We expected things from him, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. He's one of those typical English hypes.
No goals or assists in 21 games, and now he got 2 assists at the weekend.
Oh, as
soon as we decide to make this video.
And maybe the fact that Josh King is injured, Dominic Solanke hasn't lived up to expectation, could be part of the reason Bournemouth's recent results haven't been that great.
Moving on to Brighton, and I found this quite hard.
Who have you gone with?
I've gone with Martin Montoya, a 28-year-old Spanish man, cost 6 million from Valencia. Fans had this expectation, we're getting an ex-Barcelona guy.
Okay.
And I think in the eyes of the fans, he just didn't quite live up to expectation.
But hold up there. Yes, they're getting an ex-Barcelona player, but they're only paying 6 million.
Yeah, but a team like Brighton has to get value for money. It's not a rich club.
They are a Premier League club, Dad, and 6 million. I disagree with you, but that's where you guys come in. I've gone for Johan Baksh. Their record fee signing of 17 million. The man who recently, scored an overhead kick, but that's, I think, 1 of 2 goals that he scored in 2 seasons.
Yeah.
His record over the 2 seasons has been shocking, and Brighton fans will know how crap he's been.
Burnley, and again, I found this quite difficult. So, a lot of fans were saying Mate Vidra cost 11 million from Derby. Now, for Burnley, that's a lot of money. Vidra has only had 100 minutes, 6 appearances this season. But you see, Ashley Barnes is injured, and it's up to him to prove himself to Sean Dyche on the training field. It's
difficult though at Burnley, Dad, when they love to play with big strikers for set piece and stuff. Look at United, they beat them 2-0.
They did.
And one of the goals was a massive set piece goal. It's difficult when you're like 5'8", 5'9", and you're a striker and you're trying to get into a Burnley team who play hoofball.
Moving on to Chelsea, and I think we can just agree on this, can't we? It's Kepa, isn't it? It's Kepa.
Is it though?
He cost 72 million. Now you pay 72 million for a goalkeeper. You expect the best goalkeeper in the world. And they simply haven't got that. And I think they know that.
No, I agree. Back in the day when I was growing up reading the football magazines, I saw how much they paid for keepers, like 15 million for Petr Cech, 10 million for De Gea. And I was thinking to myself, goalkeepers go for cheap. Nowadays, they're splashing 72 million on a guy that does a manager slash goalkeeper role, and he doesn't even get substituted when Sarri tells him to come off the pitch.
Yeah.
Not worth 72 million. Got the worst goalkeeper saving record in the Premier League. He is a disappointment.
Which actually moves us very nicely on to another player who cost a lot of money for Crystal Palace.
Yes.
It is Christian Benteke. Surely we agree on this.
Of course we agree. Crystal Palace barely spends money in the wrong places.
Yeah.
But they just got this one wrong.
Colossally wrong. They paid 28 million.
0 goals, 0 assists this season in what, like 15 games?
Yeah, 15.
Ridiculous.
Now, moving on to Everton, and Everton fans came up with some many suggestions.
They have so many. Okay, I mean, let's just go through. You could have gone for Sigurdsson. You could have gone for Pickford. You could have said Iwobi, Umar Niasse, Theo Walcott, who they paid 30-40 million for, Michael Keane. They're all a bit disappointing and didn't live up to expectation. Who have you gone with?
I've gone for a man who cost 44 million from Swansea, who used to be a match winner, Gylfi Sigurdsson.
Wow, you went with him.
I did. This season, 21 appearances, 1 goal, 2 assists.
I admit that this season, he hasn't been good enough.
Yes.
But I'm going to disagree with you. He's probably made his worth back from his first few seasons for Everton. Therefore, I think you should have gone with Alex Iwobi, the man they paid 35 million for.
Yeah.
In fairness, they play him out of position, but they're just not getting anything back. He could turn it round, but right now he's been a bit of a disappointment. Everton fans could agree.
Moving on now, shall we, to Leicester. And again, when Leicester have had such a great season, it's hard to pick a disappointment. I've gone for a 23-year-old, Damari Gray.
Okay.
Left winger who's just not cutting the mustard. 14 appearances, 1 goal, 2 assists.
I somewhat disagree with you.
Ooh.
I would have gone with, and I have gone with, Iheanacho, who they paid 25 million for.
Yeah.
Who's sitting on the bench most games. Yes, he comes on and occasionally scores, but at the end of the day, he scored 7 goals in 56 games for Leicester City. Tell us in the comments, what's the next club?
Yeah. Liverpool.
Okay.
And how do you find a disappointment at Liverpool? It's very harsh. It's not really his fault because he's been injured. Naby Keita, central midfielder.
And I agree with you, actually. This is one of the hardest ones in the video to say because, yes, I put my hands up, I'll tell you, he's been injured. He hasn't had a chance. But I'm sorry, you don't want 54 million and a high bigger wages. But there's no one else to pick at Liverpool because they're so good at transfers and saving money and not spending too much and picking the right players to buy.
Manchester City. We must agree on John Stones, the centre-back. 50 million from Everton, 25 years old. He was the future of Man City in England, wasn't he?
He was meant to be the big captain. He was meant to be that big centre-back signing. And he gets exposed. He's too weak. He's not matured. And for 50 million, it's down the drain. Moving
to the red side of Manchester, and surely we agree, what a waste of money. 94 million quid for Paul Pogba.
God,
a player who doesn't really care, who thinks he's world class. He's down the barbers, isn't he? He's down the salon, spending a fortune on his hair. You're a disappointment, Paul Pogba.
I disagree.
How can you disagree?
Because
94 million.
If they want to sell Paul Pogba tomorrow, they will get around 80 million quid like they paid. They'll get that money back. But a man they won't get the money back for what they paid is Fred. They paid 50 million for Fred from a Ukrainian club that I've never heard of. Well, I have actually, it's Shakhtar Donetsk. But 50 million quid. If they sold him tomorrow, they'd get 20 million. Paul Pogba, you're just slating him because your middle name's Graham Souness. Fred is the real disappointment.
Fred is taking time to settle, but I don't think he's been bad. The games I've seen, he's not been bad.
Thogden, you're a mug.
4 years.
Just admit it to the Thogden army, you're a mug.
No, you're wrong, I'm right on that one.
Well, I'm sorry, the Thogden army's bigger than the Thogden army.
Fred, stay.
Tell us in the comments.
But at least we can agree on Newcastle.
Way, something we can all agree on.
Yes.
Joelinton.
Yeah, this is the name that came up again and again and again from Newcastle fans, from neutrals.
Yeah.
Joelinton.
40 mil.
40 mil. 23-year-old Brazilian. Was expected to bang in goals every single week.
And he can't even bang them in against Rochdale. And even Aaron Wilbraham scored in that game. The God himself, hallelujah. But still, what a waste of money, Joelinton. 40 million quid down the drain.
24 appearances, 1 goal, 2 assists.
Oh, just stop reading these stats to me.
Norwich. And a name that came up, and I understand why it came up, is Ralph Farman, the goalkeeper. He's only been on loan. He played 1 game, he got injured. It's a disappointment because he's cost so much in loan fees.
2.7 million in loan fees.
Correct.
And that's why I actually going to have to agree with you.
Yes.
Because Norwich spend money in the right places.
Moving on to Sheffield United, another tough one. And I've gone for Callum Callum Robinson, a left winger, 24 years old.
The only time he scored, I think, was against Chelsea away at Stamford Bridge. He's had 16 league appearances, I think 19 in all competitions with 1 goal.
Moving on to Southampton, who've just gone 9th in the Premiership. Well, wow is all I can say about that.
Yeah, crazy.
And a name came up again and again and again. For me, Che Adams.
Dad, give him a chance, man.
What?
Half a season, they buy a youngster and you're already slating him.
18 appearances,
Typical Graham Souness.
no goal.
They paid 15 million from Birmingham.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, a 15 million, that really was a waste. Southampton signed Carrillo. Now, you might remember the name, because they signed him for 15 million, and he's done absolutely nothing, and now he's on loan to Leganés. Leganés, who are they? Good question. No one knows.
Spurs.
Yep.
And I think for me, it's got to be a £54 million signing from Olympique Lyon, Tanguy Ndombele.
Dad, he's been good. He's been a good player.
So why is he not starting?
I'll tell you who's a disappointment.
Yeah.
Serge Aurier. For 25 million, not worth the money, he's not good enough, he's the real disappointment in the Tottenham Hotspur squad.
Moving on now to a Watford.
Yeah.
Theo, who have you gone for?
I've gone with Andre Gray.
Yes.
Do we agree?
We do agree.
Hooray! We don't disagree every time, guys. Sorry about that.
Yeah, I mean,
there is a brain up there somewhere.
He cost 18 million quid. We expected more, didn't we, Theo?
We did. He's only scored 2 goals and played 22 games this season.
Yeah.
He looks like a right mug. Shall we move on to West Ham?
Let's do that. One of our subscribers has described this man as a lost dog on the pitch. Sebastian Haller.
I haven't actually picked him. You look at Kevin Davis's record back in the day, it was like 1 in 5 games.
True.
Right? He was
Yeah.
a big man. Sebastian Haller's a big man, and he's got 1 in 3 games, so I've given the man a chance. Pablo Fornals, they signed him from the Spanish League. He's got 1 goal in 19 games. Attacking midfielder. I think he's got 1 goal against Gillingham where he celebrated like he just won the Ballon d'Or.
Yeah.
You scored against Gillingham, mate.
For what they paid for him, the expectation
Yeah.
was much higher. And finally, Wolves. And I had to speak to my friend Andy, a season ticket holder, and he said to me, Jesus Vallejo.
I don't know how you've not gone with the same one as me here.
Who have you gone for?
I've gone with Patrick Cutrone. So they signed him at the beginning of the season for 16 million.
Yeah.
Now they've just loaned him with a deal to sign at the end for 12.8 million. So they have lost 3.2 million in half a season, just like that. But he's been kicked out, and it's a real shame because I think that man was great, and his chant was even better. He eats the pizza, he eats the pasta.
I've gone with Jesus Vallejo. Now, the thing about Jesus Vallejo, Spanish youth international on loan from Real Madrid. Now, the expectation is this guy's going to come into your side at centre-back and perform. His debut, Chelsea at home. The score, 5-2 to Chelsea. And I think during that game, Wolves realised we've got a guy who's not good enough for Wolverhampton Wanderers.
It's the end of the video, but if you haven't commented yet, what the bloody hell are you doing? We've disagreed again. Who is right? Tell us in the comments. Who have we forgot? Tell us in the comments.
Something I've not forgotten to do is have a shave with Harry's.
Wee, Harry's.
Fantastic.
Link
honestly.
in description.
And we're playing football tonight, aren't we, Thog?
We are playing a bit of football. I'll give you a little 50-50 now. Ooh. Hit the like button if you want Thog Dad to score a screamer at football tonight. We'll tell you in the next video whether he does. Thank you for watching this video. Hope you're having a great day. Have a great evening. See you all later. Bye.
See ya.
Bye.